Good morning, students. Welcome back to C++ class. In today's class, I'll explain you about C++ instance variables, static members, and friend classes, friend functions. Okay. So, actually, what is an instance of a class? What is the instance of a class? Object is called as a instance of a class. Okay, what is the instance of a class? Object is called as a instance of a class. When you create a variable, a type of object, it is called as, means when you create a object, when you create a variable to an object, then it is called as instance variable. Okay, so if you create any variable to an object, then it is called as a instance variable. You see the definition here. Instance variable belongs to an instance of a class. Instance variables belongs to an object. Okay, so whatever variable you create for an object, then that is called as a instance variable. Okay, since an object is an instance of a class, whatever variables you create for an object, that variables are called as a instance variable. Okay, right. Now we'll see how to create variables for an object. Class taxes int count. Okay, here class, what is the class name? Taxes. If you create any object, any variable for this class object, no, then that is called as a instance variable. Now the next one is a class variable. Whatever variables you declared inside the class, that are called as a class variable. And a class variable, always remember one point: class can have only one copy of the variable, and that is shared with all the object. For example, if you have created one object to 10 objects to a class, all those 10 objects use the copy of class of the variables of that object. Okay, variables copy only, that class variable copy only used by the objects. Okay, understood? What are the class variables? Class variables are nothing but the variables which are declared inside the class. Whatever variables you declared inside the class, that are shared by all the objects. Okay, if all the objects are using, it doesn't mean that the variables or the value will be changed. Objects will use only the copy of that variable, because class variables can have only one copy. Whatever object you create for a class, now all those objects use the variables of that class. Okay, understood? Now come to the example program here. Class taxes static int count. Int count, where you have declared this variable inside the class, you have declared this variable. So inside the class you have declared this variable, no? So this is called as a class variable. Okay, so whatever variables you declared inside the class, that variables are called as a class variable. Okay, for a class, if you create 100 objects also, that 100 objects shares the common copy of the object. Okay, this is about class variables. The next one is a static data members. Okay, classic static data members and class variables both are same, but whatever class variables static variables are rare, then no, that variables are declared with the static keyword. Okay, and that variables are having a means that variables are creating for some special purpose. Okay, first one, what are the different features of this static members? Here I will give you. Only one copy of that member is created for entire class. Only one copy of static members are created for the entire class. Okay, and whatever static member is there, no, that static variables are used by all the objects which are declared for a class. Okay, and it is initialized to 0 when you have declared any variable as a static. That variable at initial stage is initialized as 0. Next, it is visible only within a class, but lifetime is entire program. So whatever variable you have declared as a static, no, that static variable are visible in the entire class, but its lifetime is throughout the program. When you close the program, na, at that time only that will be erased from the memory. Okay, only the normal variable or static variable, only one difference. If you declare any variable as a static, then what happened at the time of initialization, that variable is initialized to 0. Okay, so how to declare a static variable? Static is a keyword. As it is, you should give data type, whether it is a int or float or what type of data variable it is, that you have to give variable name equals to value. Okay, static is a keyword. What type of variable it is, that you have to give, whether it is a int or float or kya, that you have to give member name you should give. Okay, by default static variables are initialized to 0. Now you see the example program. Here, what is the name of the class? X, and public is the access modifier. I have declared one variable here, that is static int I. Static is a keyword, int is a data type, I is a static variable. So when you declare any variable as a static, initially that variable is initialized to 0. Now X is a constructor. Why? Because their class name and that method name is same, no? So that is why it is called as a constructor. Okay, nothing I have given in the constructor, and I have closed the class. Now you see, outside the class I have initialized the constructor method. See, here we are using a scope resolution operator. If you are using a scope resolution operator, what it means, whatever is there after the scope resolution operator, no, that is a initialization of that method members. Okay, or you can give the body of that member, but you can initialize the methods inside the class and outside the class. If you are initializing any method outside the class, then that is initialized by using a return type, class name, scope resolution operator, and a method name. Okay, so here I have given that only. See, I equals to 1. I equals to 1, actually what it is here, static member. What value am I giving, initializing 1. Okay, and it is a static. Now come to the main function. I am creating one object to the class X. What is the name of the object? Obj. And I am printing obj dot I. What is I here? It is a static. Okay, so static members can also accessed outside the class also. So when you declare any variable as a static, the initial value of the static is 0. Okay, now come to the static member functions. Just know what I have declared, no, that is only the static data member, static variables I have given. So in a program, you can create some functions which are preceded with static. Okay, understood? Now, like normal functions, we can create a static member functions that are used for a specific purpose in the C++. Okay, so in order to create a static member functions, that function should proceed with the static keyword, return type of the function, and the name of the function. Inside that you should give the parameters. Okay, so this static members also, the static functions also can be used, it can be used anywhere in the program. Okay, because the static members are also class properties. Here we have a few points regarding static member functions. A static function can only access other static variables. Okay, what is the main purpose of the static member function? Static member functions can be used to access static variables, okay, which are present in the class. And whatever syntax we will follow for the normal functions, no, the same syntax you can follow for a static function also. Means you can declare inside the class, you can declare outside the class. if you are declaring any function outside the class, then that function should preceded with the scope resolution operator. Okay, and the name of the function. Example program. What is the main purpose of the static functions here? Using a static function, you can access the static variables which are declared inside the class. See here, I'm creating one class. What is the name of the class here? GFG. You can give any name because it is an identifier. Now, public is the access modifier. Okay, next static void print message. Here, static is a keyword, void is the return type, and next print message is the name of the function. Okay, so now whatever function you declared, no, that function is called as a static member function. And here what we are printing, welcome to GFG I am giving. Okay, it is a message, you can print anything there. And I am closing the class and come to the main function. Inside the main function I am calling a static function. See, GFG scope resolution print message. What is the print message here? Print message is a static function. So from the main function we are executing the static function. Okay, so this is about static members and static member functions. Okay, the next one is a friend functions in C++. So actually what is the friend function? What are the friend functions? See, actually in access modifiers, I have given three access modifiers I have given, that is the private, public, protected. Okay, so according to boundaries means the way to use the variable and where not to use the variable, that is decided by using a access modifiers. Okay, so means where to use, where not to use variable, that will decide by using the access modifiers. In C++ we have three modifiers, that is a private, public, protected. If it is a public, in the same class you can use the variable, in the subclasses also you can use the variable. But if it is a private, that can be used in the same class only. Right, this thing already I have explained. Private will use a private variable, and one more thing, by default all the C++ variable whatever you declare, no, all the class properties are private only. Means if you want to mention also, by default whatever you declared, that are called as a private. Okay, now example, as I already explained, private member can be accessed inside the class only. But in case some situation, if you want to use that method, that variables outside the class, or more than one class want to use that private members, then you can use a private property by using a friend function in C++. Okay, see here one example one definition I have given. Non member function of a class will not have access to the private data another class. Okay, see, if a non-member of a class means if any function is declared outside the class, that cannot use the private members. But in some situations, if you want to provide access to the functions which are declared outside the class, then that function should be declared as a friend. Okay, if any function is declared as a friend, then that function can access the private members of the class. Okay, what is the use of the friend function? If you have declared any function as a friend, then what happened? That function can access the private and protected members of a class. Okay, now if it is a friend function, then that function should preceded with the friend keyword. See here, declaration of a friend function in C++. Class is a keyword, class name is an identifier, friend is a keyword, data type means what type of function it is, next function name. Okay, so and inside that I have given a arguments. So if you have declared a function as a friend, then what happened? This function can access the private members of a class also. Right, now what are the characteristics of friend function? See, the function is not in the scope of the class to which it has been declared as a friend. Okay, function is not in the scope of the class. Okay, if you have declared any function outside the class, not inside, then that you can declare as a friend. Okay, and it cannot be called using the objects as not in the scope of that class. So this function cannot be used by the object. Okay, and it can be invoked like a normal function, like without using object. How will you call the methods in the printf statement? Like that you will write. Now similarly, these friend functions you should not call by using objects. Okay, you can declare this either in a public or in a private. Now you see the example program. Class distance. Distance is the name of the class. Now private, I have declared one member as a private, that is a int meter. Int is a data type, meter is a variable, and that is a type of private, means that is under the private access modifier. Okay, and what friend function I have declared here? Here I have declared one friend function, that is add 5. Okay, add 5 is a friend function. And what are the parameters for the add 5? Distance is a parameters for a add 5. Next I have declared one more function, that is a distance, that is a meter, and that we are creating for a class. Okay, now here what is the use of this add 5 function? Because add 5 is a friend function. For what purpose we are learning this function? Here I will explain. You see, int add 5 is the name of the function. Distance d. Distance is a class, to which class you have created a friend function, and d is an object. D dot meter. What is a meter here? Actually, the meter is a private member. So inside the friend function we are accessing the private member. So d dot meter equals to 5. Meter equals to meter plus 5. Now return d dot meter. Okay, now distance d is the object of the distance class, and we are printing this friend. Whatever output is there, we are executing actually add 5 friend function. Only one point you need to remember here is, if you have declared any variable as a private, that variable directly you can't use. If you want to use outside the class, you can use by using a friend function. Okay, so if you have declared any friend function in the outside the class, that function can access the private members. Okay, but it should declared with the keyword friend, return type, and the function name. Okay, here you can see the example here. Meter is a private variable, friend is a keyword, and int add 5 is the friend function. Now in the public I have created meter. Okay, meter 0. Now the next one is a friend class. Like a friend function, you have a friend class which is used to access private and protected member of a class. Means you can declare, you can create a friend function, you can create a friend class. Okay, understood, which can be which can access both private and protected members of a class. So here I have created one class. You see, class A, x equals to 5. Next to friend class B. Previously I have created friend function, now I have created a friend class. Friend class, what is the name of the class? B. Now come to the class B. In the class B, what I have given? Public void display. Void is the return type, display is a function. A ampersand A. What is the ampersand A here? It is the address of A. Okay. Now see out, value of x is a dot x. Now what is the A here? We'll see. Int main A space A. A is the class, small a is the object. Okay, small a is the object. Next for class B also I have created B, and one object I have given B. Now B dot display A. Okay, what is the A actually here? B dot display A. A is nothing but whatever value is there, no, that one. Clear? Understood? A dot x. What is x actually here? It is a private variable, so that can be accessed by using a friend class. Okay, so friend class B. Now come to the friend class B. Class B is a friend, so whatever you declared as a private in the class A, that can be used by the class B, which is a friend class. Okay, so void display A ampersand A. Ampersand A here is nothing but it is a address operator. Okay, address of A here. What is A? It is an object, right? And A dot X. X is nothing but whatever value you have declared as a private now, that is a 5. So using a friend class, you can access private and protected member of a class. Understood? Yes. Here only the thing friend class we have declared now. So that class definition I have given here. In the class definition I am using the X. What is the X actually? X is a private member. The next one is a member wise assignment. Member wise assignment means in simple terms we'll create one object, and whatever values are there in the object, that can be assigned to another object. That is nothing but the member wise assignment. Like you will initialize the value, A equals to 10. Then what it means, the 10 is assigned to A. Similarly, whatever variables, whatever values are there in one object, that can be assigned to another object by using a equals to assignment operator. You see, the assignment operator equals to can be used to assign an object to another object of the same type. Okay, example, if you have created two objects for the same class, then same class means whatever properties are there in the class now, that can be accessed by two objects. Then what happened, whatever one object properties are there now, that object properties you can assign to another object. That is called as a member wise assignment. That member wise assignment is possible by using a equals to. Okay, so the assignment operator equals to can be used to assign an object to another object of the same time. By default, such assignment is performed by the member wise assignment. Each data member of object on the right side is assigned to the left side operator by using a equals to. Okay, now only one thing is there in a member wise assignment. What we'll do is, properties of one object can be assigned to the another object. The object which is at the right side, that object properties are assigned to the object which is at a left side. Okay, now here you see the assignment operator equals to is used in two ways to assign one object to another object. Okay, what is the use of this equals to? Using this you can assign one object to the another. To initialize an object with an object's data, will use a initialization, that is nothing but the equals to operator. Okay, here I have given example. You see, for one class I have created three objects. Two objects I have created, v1 comma v2. V is the class, v1 and v2 both are objects. Now next you see v2 equals to v1. v2 equals to v1 means what? Whatever values are there in the v1, that we are assigning to the v2. It is called as the assignment. Next statement you see v3 equals to v2. So whatever properties are there in the v2, that we are initializing to the v3. So this is called as a member wise assignment. So member wise assignment, it is possible by using the equals to operator. Now we are, you see, example program I have given. Class point public access modifier. Point is a constructor because class name, that constructor name is same. Point double x comma double y, it is a parameterized constructor. Now private double x double y. So here we have a public, and inside the public we have a constructor. Inside the private we have a two variables. Now point p1. Point p1 means what? Actually point is the name of the class, p1 is the object. Okay, for that p1, how many variables I am assigning? 2.0 comma 3.5. Okay, it is nothing but it is a constructor because at the time of initialization we are assigning a value, so it is called as a constructor. Now point p2, one more object I have created, right? So when you create an object, then what we are doing here, we are assigning p1 to p2. Okay, in the next line I have given, you see, p2 equals to p1. So whatever properties, whatever values are there in a p1, no, that are assigned to p2. Actually in the p1 what you have, 2.0 comma 3.5, that is assigned to p2. Okay, which is similar to initialization, means we'll assign a value to the variable. Similarly we can assign the values at the right side to the left side variable. Okay, so this is about member wise assignment. Clear? So we discussed about instance variable, instance class, and static members, static variables. Instance variable means the variables which you have created for an object, that are called as the instance variable. Next we can say that the class variables are assigned to object, so class variables are instance of object, we can say. The next one is class variable. Whatever variable you create inside the class, that are called as a class variable. And whatever objects you create for a class variable, that can be used the objects which you have created for a class, means all the objects use the same common copy. Static data members, these are similar to normal variable only, but when you initialize the static members, that are by default initialized to 0. Okay, and it is shared by all the objects. Static member functions, like a static variable, you can use a static member function also, that can be accessed by objects. Next, friend function. What is a friend function is when you create any variable as a private, that can be used by the methods which are inside the class. But if any method want to use that properties outside the class, then that method should be declared as a friend. So if you have declared any variable, or any method as a friend, that can access the private and protected members of a class. Friend class. Similarly, a class can use like a function, you can create a class which can access the private and protected member of a class. Friend class. Member wise assignment, like a variable, you can one variable value you can assign to another variable. No? Similarly you can assign values of one object to another object using a equals to operator. In this case the equals to operator is called as a member assignment. Okay? So this is about static and friend. Thank you.